Free 99 knowledge for sale. Yo, to my first 100,000 subscribers, go get this shirt, link in the description below. Let's get started with the video. Today I'm gonna show you how to start a shirt and decal business from home. And the way I'm gonna do that is by showing you how I did it. I documented since I got my first US cutter to start making decals. And you can watch the whole videos in my playlist, but I'm just gonna jump from video to video so you get the main idea of what I had to do to start my home business. No one ever became successful by playing it safe. When I first started making videos, I always wanted to put a quote before each video. That way you could kind of get the vibe of each video.
It's alright, go ahead, laugh. Get it out of your...
This is when I had to shave for work. I don't know if you can tell, you know. I bought my first US cutter from Amazon. I've done shirts before with this machine, except that there was always a reason why I sold it or I stopped the business. But this time I was serious and I wanted to really start it. And I was documenting everything, so I wanted to start making YouTube videos. Got the machine. Let's see how much it costs. Let's see how much it is in Amazon right now. And the machine still $359. So how I got my first order for my shirt business, I put back in business because people knew I used to make shirts and several people liked it, and I actually got my first order at Homey. And you guys know how much I charged them? I think it was like $5 because I'm just starting out and I want the business, I want to network, I want to build my customer base. And even though I didn't make a lot of money, I probably lost money because of the time, because I even offered free installation. I needed the work. So even though I didn't make a lot of money, I did it so I could get that experience back and so I could have pictures to post on Facebook for my marketing. It was pretty simple decal, to be honest with you. Best since day one. Didn't take a lot of work. And my big goal is to make $1,000, and then I cut it into smaller goals. So the first goal is $100.
And in my next video, you'll learn more about the business, where to get more vinyl, and how to get more orders.
That's just me telling you about the next video, which is this one right here. This is another quote. Take small steps each day. You might not get there today, but you'll be closer than yesterday. I'm thinking of starting that again. I don't know, put quotes before the videos. So like I told you, I needed pictures. So I posted the picture of the happy customer. I made sure to tag him on my post. And I started getting orders. Once again, I wasn't charging a lot. I just wanted to get as many orders as I can so I could meet as many customers as I can. Make them happy. You tag them on posts to show other potential customers, hey, I'm making decals for people in my hometown. Right? And I think it took me like about a week to get enough orders to hit $100. Pretty good profit. I designed Oilers cheers on my heart. The material cost me about 50 cents. One thing about the decal is very cheap, very affordable. That big thing cost me 50 cents. I sold it for 20. Of course, I wasn't counting time because I didn't have nothing else to do. I didn't count time. But it does take about 1 hour to 2 hours. Design it, cut it, weed it. And an extra 30 to an hour to apply it. Material cost me 75 cents because it didn't take a lot. So I was making great profit, man. You know, I had a website, but to be honest, a website, it's better just to focus on your social media than on a website because more people go to social media first. I made a Facebook and Instagram and just put a lot of my work in there. That's how I was able to hit $500 in my decal business. Find what you love to do, put love over money, and instead of chasing money, let it chase you. I still stand to that, and look at that. Now I'm making good money off my YouTube because I did what I love first. One thing that has always worked for me, just try doing as many orders for as many people as you can, even if you don't make a lot of money, so you could get the experience, so you could get the pictures to advertise. and so you can network with other people. Cause word of mouth, man, you can't beat. I made that right there. That was a good order. Charged $20 a sticker. Plus, now I didn't do free installation. Now I charge for installation. $10. Custom SD. I changed my name several times just to be honest with you. And when you're growing your business and you're getting customers, now you need to start thinking of what you're gonna upsell.
When you try selling something that complements your product. For example, a barber might give you a great fade and try upselling you by giving you a clean shave. As you can tell, my barber sucks. I do decals, and you might be thinking, Reyes, what can you upsell? A bag of chips? A bar of soap? Nah. I upsell installation.
I love my first music. They were so chill. I charged them $20 for that decal, plus $10 for installation, so $30. And you know the good thing about this guy? He bought 2 decals off me. So $60 I made in about 2 or 3 hours. He told me, hey, I'm gonna leave the truck here. I'll come back after my shift. Will you have it done? I'm like, I'll make it happen. There's another one, $20 for the sticker, $10 for installation. And the reason I chose installation, because not a lot of people know how to install a decal. Even though it's very easy, for someone who doesn't know anything, it's pretty hard. And that's where I charge. A lot of people were happy to pay me $10 for installation. You know, and then I just kept doing orders. I kept working with people, advertising. The thing is consistency. You need to consistently post your work on social media. A couple of weeks later, maybe even a month, I started getting orders for car clubs. I started getting orders for, what's this one? Oh, a last name for the shirt, for Mr. and Mrs. So I haven't figured out my niche yet. I was just making orders for anybody that wanted decals. But then I realized, you know what? The business is growing. I need to diversify. What's another product I could bring in to bring more sales? And you know what that was? See, look at that camera. Boom. You haven't guessed? I decided to bring shirts into the business, and it helped a lot. Don't worry about wasting your money, energy, or resources on your goal. You could gain all of those things back. The only thing you could never get back is time. Start now. I don't know if you noticed, I go through a lot of facial and hair changes. Look at this guy. Who that look like right here? Write down in the comments below who I look like. Oh man, diversification. So this is how much it cost me. It cost me $5.40 to make a shirt. Vinyl cost me $3. I wasn't using websites, I was just buying them local. So that shirt cost me about $8. I think I sold it for $15, $17. So once again, I wasn't making a lot of money. But like I'm telling you, I just started doing shirts for as many people as I could, whether I made a lot of money or not, just to get out there, to have pictures to pose and to network. This is where I tried different things to see what works and what doesn't. I did custom mugs like this with decal. It didn't work. They sell great, but one thing I didn't like was that the mugs with the decal on it are not washable. You can't put them in the dishwasher or else it starts peeling. Next thing I started selling was picture frames. You know, something like that. I made that for my daughter. Look, another something like that too. That didn't sell. Let me see, what's this? Product number 5, flags. I tried flags, custom football flags. You know, you put them in your car window like that. I put a logo on it. It didn't sell, and they're pricey. I think like $7 a flag. What's this right here? Oh, magnets. I tried selling magnets. That's not my number anymore, so don't call me. It didn't get a lot of sales. Like I didn't get a lot of custom orders for magnets, but it is great for advertising. What I like about them is that you could take them off and put them back on, and they don't fall off. And I realized, you know what? Let's just stick with decals and shirts because that's what's selling the most. If someone hits me up for a custom mug, I let them know it should be hand wash, and that's it. I just focus on shirts, and I'm trying to make $2,000 a month of my business, And then, because right now I'm still working in the fields, and I did this on the side. But if I hit 2,000, I will be able to quit my job and focus on this full time. And I started getting hit up by more teams, more businesses, more people. Look at that. Look at all those decals. Look at all those shirts. Boom, boom, boom. I just started working with everybody, and the business was growing. Since I started making shirts, a lot of people were like, hey, how much would you charge me for big orders? 20 shirts, 50 shirts. And I'm like, oh, you know, with vinyl, you can't do that with vinyl. So I would have to turn down a lot of orders. I knew it would take me a long time and I wouldn't make much profit, because I knew screen printing was a more efficient way of making a big order, and I will make more money out of it. So I took a risk. I decided to invest into screen printing.
In a few days, it finally got here.
I got one press, one station from Amazon. I just started learning, and this is where me and my girl, we were just counting money because we were broke. But I still decided to invest, because if you don't take risks, you will never know. I'm like, you know what, we don't have a lot of money, but let's just go for it. And we're gonna struggle at first, but let's just go for it. Oh man, it was hard. I made this design first. You know, that's me burning it in my office. I'm using 2 chairs and a broom, and then I'm taping the light on the broom so it could go down. Really low budget, but hey, I made it happen. And I would clean the screen in my bathroom, and I messed up that one. I had to redo it. You believe that? Dang. And then I would rinse them off outside. And I'll be honest, I didn't make a lot of money off selling my designs like this one, but it did bring in a lot of customers, and it gave me an example of work I could produce to give to the potential customers. Like when someone order a decal, I will be like, hey, just letting you know, I could make shirts now. Check this one out. And they will feel it, and they will see the quality of it. And it got me some orders. So I'm not making a lot. I was still working in the fields, but I just kept putting more time and more effort into it, advertising more. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. Some people use it to grow something, some people don't. And now look at me, I'm just growing out my hair. I remember I went to my barber, and he goes, what do you want, fam? And I just looked at him and said, you know what, man? Just make me look homeless. He goes, I got you. My first big order, they ordered 12 per shirt. They ordered 27 shirts. I sold it for $12 each. I made almost $200 profit. Oh man, I was real happy. You know when you get that first big order? Oh. And I would have made more money, but I chose to go with the expensive ink, which is more durable. And then here's another one. I did this one's vinyl. This one took forever. That's one thing about the shirt business that you need to know. It takes a lot of labor to make these shirts. It's not like you could just boop, make them like that. They take a long time. Just getting orders, boom, 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 because I already proved. And of course, it took about almost 3 months to get to this point where I'm just getting a lot of orders. So for 2 months, I was just doing small orders. I wasn't making a lot of money, but that's why I didn't quit my day job. But when I started making a lot of orders like this, that's when I chose, you know what? It's time. I was making just a little bit less than my regular job, but it was enough to pay the bills. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna just jump into shirts. And I'm not gonna lie, we were tight on money several times. I had the support of my girl. Luckily, she started working, so money was coming in from her, and I just focused on the shirts. And like I said, consistent advertising like this. Always put out your work. Always say thank you so much to Gerald Flip Rangel for your order. Always show love to your customers. Always. You know, that's when I got business cards. I felt so official. We all hit walls. Some of us find a way to get to the other side. Others find a way to turn that into an excuse and give up. And then to bring in more sales, I was just doing vinyl and screen printing. But then I'm like, you know what? Let's bring in glitter, because I noticed a lot of girls were asking me for glitter. First I was like, nah, you know, why am I gonna invest in vinyl when I'm not getting that many requests for glitter, but it started growing and growing. Said, you know what, let me invest in some colors, put it out there, and sure enough, it sold. I also tried rhinestones, but I just didn't like the whole process. It would take forever. And one thing I didn't like is that the flock, the blue part, you have to cut it with your vinyl cutter, but it's not reusable, of course. And it wastes a lot. So see, I'm still posting consistently on my social medias. I'm trying things. Hey, a free 3 custom shirt. I'm trying contests. I'm trying raffles to get more attention to my page, and it's working. Here's a shirt order from a college. This month, I got some of my biggest orders. Churches, clubs, teams, and even the high school hit me up for shirts. So you already know. Yeah. By this time, I'm already doing shirts full time. I'm committed into it, and it took some time. But I wanted to make this grow more. A successful warrior is an average man with laser-like focus. I started to realize, you know what? I'm doing YouTube, but I'm not making any money out of it. And I'm doing shirts, but since I'm not putting a lot of time into it, it's not growing as quickly as I want. It just went like this. No, it was, and a lot of life happened in between. While I was working in the field, I would of course talk to people, let them know about my business, and I actually got a good amount of orders from my work. So that's why you need to tell people, just bring it up casually. Look at that, I was picking weeds out of the carrot fields. Chomp. It sucked, man, it sucked. You know, but I started getting orders. But anyways though, and I remember I used to get a lot of requests for pictures on shirts, for rest in peace shirts. So I did some investigating, and I bought a cheap printer, HP 330, I think it's in the description below. The paper, Nina transfer opaque paper for personal use. That's on my daughter right there, my beautiful daughter. This is when I had a plan. This is when I introduced so many different items. I introduced jerseys. I introduced backpacks into my business, banners into my business. And of course you could see the whole thing in the playlist, because I just went over the main parts, but it's a lot of juicy stuff in my videos. As I started my shirt business, I ended the year 2017 and I was making about $5,000 in sales. Running your own home business, it's awesome, but it's a lot of stress. There was a lot of sleepless nights. There was a lot of nights where I wouldn't sleep because I would just be working on orders, but that's just part of the game. And that's how to start a shirt and decal business from home. Hopefully I motivated you to get started on something. Now I'm not making shirts for orders or customers. I'm mainly using my shirt equipment for tutorials on YouTube, because now it's all about YouTube for me, because that's where I'm making the most money. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you get a chance to check out my playlist. Hopefully I'm able to give you that free 99 knowledge to help you grow whatever you want to grow, or just get some tips on how to grow a business. Make sure to subscribe so you can be notified when I post a new video. Like this video to let me know you liked it, and I'll see you in my next video. And don't forget, get the shirt before they're gone. That's business.